Now, sa final video natin para sa moment distribution method, we will solve the following problem using three methods. So, the first method would be the modified method. The next is using the modified method but adding a table for adjusted FEM values. And then for the third method, we will use the original method. Now, I did not discuss this sa previous examples natin since mas gusto ko ma-discuss siya sa mas simpleng beam. So dito meron tayong 2 spans. Sa previous examples kasi 3 spans tayo. So dito ko na lang i-discuss. And then makikita nyo mamaya na yung best method talaga would be adding a table for the adjusted FEM values. Sige, so sisimulan natin yung problem natin. Now we have to calculate the support reactions now using the modified method and using the adjusted FEM if the support at A sinks by 7 mm and the support at B sinks by 12 mm. Now, itong pag-sink ng support, ito yung tinatawag natin na support settlement. Now, what it means is, once the loading is applied, itong 12 kN lang yung singular load natin, once it's applied, this will sink by 7 mm, bale, bababa siya, yung support natin is essentially, andito na, ayan, and then yung beam natin will deflect a certain way. And then, yung support at B daw, this one sinks by 12 mm. So, it's a bit lower than this one. So, parang andito yan. Ito yung final position niya. So, this is 12 mm. Ayan. Sulat na lang natin. In-exaggerate ko lang 7 mm is quite negligible sa movement. But, again, exaggerated yung drawing para makita nyo talaga. And then this is 12 mm. Ayan. So first nating i-compute would be the FEM values. So ito yung mga formulas na pwede natin gamitin. Now for the first span AB, we have to use the 2 talaga. And then sa second span BC, since walang loading, we only have to apply this formula for support settlement. Now for support settlement, we have the following formula, minus 6EI delta divided by L squared. Now, what is delta? Delta is the difference in elevation sa point na to and then sa kabilang point naman. And then, if both of the supports nag-sink sila, then you will have to calculate the net settlement or yung sinking ng isang side minus the other. Yan yung magiging delta mo. Sige, so, let's start sa span AB. Calculate natin yung FEM. But first, we have to convert pala. Yung E natin, gagawin natin Kn per m squared and then our I must be in in meter to the fourth. Kasi yung L natin dyan, naka-meter kasi. Para Knm yung magiging unit natin sa moment. So, our E is 12 GPa daw. Ayan. Now, diba, GPa is equivalent to kilonewton per mm squared. So, to convert this, we have to multiply by, diba, sa isang meter, we have 1,000 mm. So, 1,000 mm, that's to 1 meter. Then, naka-square yan, so we have to square this one. So, 12 times 1,000 squared, yan yung value ng E natin in kilonewton per meter squared. And then yung I naman natin is 125 times 10 to the 7. Tapos naka mm to the 4th. So we have to convert this. For every 1,000 mm, we have 1 meter. And then this is raised to 4 since naka 4 yan. So this would now be parang 12 times 1,000 squared. This will be 12 million, di ba? Then Kn per m squared. Tapos ito naman 125 times 10 to the 7, then divided by 1,000 to the fourth, we have 0.00125. And then this is now meter to the fourth. Now multiplying that two, we have ano na lang, 12e6 times 0.00125. This is 15,000. Therefore, E times I would be 15,000. Then kn per m squared times m to the fourth. This will be kn. Magka-cancel yung 4 saka 2. Diba? So, kn m squared. Ito yung unit ng EI natin. So, now that we have EI, we can calculate FEM AB. Ayan. Now, tingnan natin yung beam natin. For FEM AB, we have this side. Diba? Now, let's first identify kung saan yung sinking talaga. Notice na ito, nag-sink siya by 7 mm. The other one is 12 mm. So, mas malaki yung sinking sa right side. Now, if the sinking is on the right side, we have to use a negative sign according to the figure. And then, if sinking is on the left side, like, for example, yung A yung nag-sink, then we have to use a positive sign para sa FEM. Now, since nag-sink siya sa right side, then we have to use minus. So, this is minus 6EI delta divided by L squared. Then, meron tayong moment, clockwise moment. So, we have to use this formula. Now, in the case that this is counterclockwise, then you would also have to use, parang change mo na lang yung signs ng end moments mo. For example, diba, clockwise man yung original figure natin. If this is counterclockwise, then this will be clockwise na, and this is counterclockwise yung direction. Magbabago lang. So again, the same lang naman, since clockwise siya, we can use directly the formula. And then, counterclockwise, diba, this is negative. So, minus MB divided by L squared, then times B minus 2A. Ito yung formula natin. And then for FEM, ano naman, FEM BA, we would have still the same. Same lang yung signs nito. Notice that FEM AB and FEM BA are always equal. So, copy na lang natin. But dito, clockwise na, and then ito yung value. So, plus MA over L squared, then times 2B minus A. So, input na lang natin yung values natin. So, we have negative 6, and then our EI is 15,000. Ayan. Now, ano yung delta? Our delta is the change in elevation. Diba? So, from this point, nag-sink na kasi siya by 7, patungo dito. So, ano yung distance na yan? Diba? This would be 12 mm minus 7 mm. So, we would have 5 mm. Ayan. So, this is our delta. So, input mo na lang times 5. Now, naka-mm yan. We have to also convert that to meter para consistent lahat ng units. So, 5 divide mo by 1,000. So, yan yung delta. Then, divided by L squared. Move na lang natin to. Our length is 3 plus 1 para sa span AB. So, this would be 4. 4 squared. And then, minus MB. M is 12. Ano yung B? B is the distance from the right patungo sa point of application ng moment. So, B is actually equal to 3 meters. Patungo dyan. So, times 3. Then, divided by L squared, which is 4 squared. Then, times B minus 2A. So, 3 minus 2 times 1. Yan yung A natin. Bala, ito na lang. A saka B. And then for this one naman, we would have, copy na lang natin to, and then change na lang natin kung ano yung mga variables na nagbago. So yan, hindi yan mag-change. Ito lang, MA na. So this would be 12 times 1. Tapos 2B minus A. So 2 times, yung B natin is 3, and then minus 1. So using our calculator, this would be minus 30.375 kilonewton meter. And then yung isa naman is negative 24.375 kilonewton meter. Ayan. So ito na yung FEM natin para sa AB saka BA. So yung next nating i-compute would be FEM BC and FEM CB. Now notice na walang loading dyan sa span BC, but then we still have FEMs dahil sa support settlement. Now dito sa BC, span BC, yung mangyayari is delta will become the distance from this point patungo sa settlement. Ayan. So essentially our delta is just 12 mm lang. Ayan. Since hindi kasi nag-yield yung support na yan, hindi siya nag-move. So 12 mm, and then saan mag-occur yung sinking? Diba kanina sinking was on the right side since this support is lower than this one. However, for BC, this support is at a lower elevation than this support. Therefore, the sinking occurs sa left side para sa span BC. So we would have to use a positive sign. Yan yung consideration mo. So lagay na lang natin dito yung FEM BC. So this would be equal to 6EI delta divided by L squared. Now again, positive na yan since sinking occurs sa left side for span BC. So this would be 6 times, ano yung E natin? Diba? E is this value. However, this is 2I. Diba? Yung span AB is I, BC is 2I. Therefore, para madali nating makalculate, we can just multiply this by 2. Now, if this is EI, then we have 2EI equal to 15,000 times 2, diba? 30,000 kn m squared. So, kapag 2i yung value, then we would have this one, 2EI. So, magiging 30,000 na to. Then, our delta is, diba, 12 mm. So, we have to divide that by 1,000 para maging meter. So, 12 divided by 1,000, parang ano lang yan, 12 minus 0, since hindi yan nag-move. And then, ito naman, yung 5 mm, 12 minus 7. And then, divide natin by L squared, which is now 6. So, 6 squared. So, input natin sa calculators, we have 6 times 30,000 times 12 over 1,000 divided by 6 squared, or 36. So, this would be 60. 60 kilonewton meter. So, since meron na tayong FEM, we now have to calculate, ano tawag dito? Yung distribution factors. So, copy muna natin yung FEMs natin. So, we have here, this is negative 30.375. And then, minus 24.375. The next, we have 60, saka sa kabilang side din. Yan, positive 60 yung dalawa. FEM BC, saka FEM CB. So now, we have to calculate DF. Diba, DF is equal to K divided by summation of k. Ayan. And then k is equal to I divided by L. Now, our DF for point A, this would be equal to 1. And then for point C, since this is a fixed support, we have 0. So again, this is a hinged end. So kaya 1. So we have to calculate DF BA. Yan, para sa joint B, merong dalawang adjacent spans. And we also have to solve DF BC. So this is KBA divided by KBA plus KBC. K divided by summation of K. Summation of K sa lahat ng adjacent span sa joint mo. Then this is KBA, KBC na pala. Then divided by KBA plus KBC pa rin. Ayan. Now, our KBA is equal to, for span BA, I is parang 1I lang, and then length is 4. So we have I over 4. I over L. However, we have to multiply this by 3 over 4 to apply the modified method. So multiplying by 3 over 4, this would become 3 divided by 16. Diba? And then, our KBC naman, for span BC naman tayo, this would be 2I divided by 6. Yan, for I over L. However, do not multiply by 3 over 4 since naka-fix na yan. Far end fixed. So, this will simplify into 1/3. Diba? Parang I over 3 na lang. Ito, meron pala tong I. But again, magka-cancel lang naman yan sa DF. So, our DFBA is 3I over 16 then divided by 3I over 16 plus I over 3. So, this will be equal to 3 over 16 then divided by 3 over 16 plus 1/3. So, 9 over 25 or 0.36. And then for the other one naman, you can just use 1 minus 0.36 or 0.64 na. But again, sulat na lang natin yung solution para talaga, holistic yung discussion. Palitan mo lang to by KBC, which is I divided by 3. Nalagyan ko na lang ng lines dito para I talaga. So, this would be equal to 0.64. So, meron na tayong DF para sa lahat ng joints natin. So, 0.36 yan. Ito naman, 0.64. So, first, we have to apply the modified method. Now, di ba, the unbalanced moment is FEM times -1. Now, hindi muna natin gagamitin yung adjusted FEM. Yung same process lang muna sa previous examples natin. Now, we would have here -30.375 times -1. This is positive 30.375. Ayan. And then, di ba, sa modified method, sa remaining columns natin, lalagyan na natin ng 0. Lahat ng yan. And then, dito naman, since sa joint B, merong dalawang adjacent spans, we would have to add the 2 FEM. So, minus 24.375 plus 60. Then, multiplied by negative of DF. So, minus 0.36 sa side na to. So, minus 12.825. And then, sa kabilang side naman, 0.64. So, we have minus 22.8. And then, for joint C, only one adjacent member. So, multiply mo na lang ito agad sa DF. Negative of DF. But again, 60 times 0, magiging 0 lang yan. And then, carry over na tayo. So, wag ka na mag-carry over sa side na to. Since alam na natin yung moment dyan would be equal to 0 since this is a hinge na nasa pinaka-left or nasa left end. So, ito na lang. Carry over mo na lang to dyan. So, 30.375 divided by 2. This is 15.1875. And then, carry over mo to dyan. And then, ito naman sa kabilang side. So, 0 divided by 2, 0 lang. And then, minus 22.8 divided by 2, this would be minus 11.4. Ayan. And then, sa next unbalanced moment natin, gagawin natin is, add natin yung dalawa. Essentially, 15.1875 na lang. Then, times negative 0.36. We have minus 5.4675. Ayan. And then, times naman, 0.64. Negative. So, minus 9.72. And then, this value times 0, magiging 0 lang din. Then, carry over tayo. This one, carry over mo dyan, magiging 0. And then, ito, wag mo nang i-carry over sa kabila. Then, ito, 0, pupunta na yan dyan. Then, minus 9.72 divided by 2, dito na yan. So, minus 9.72 divided by 2, we have negative 4.86. Ayan. And so, you will notice na sa next cycle mo, for the unbalanced moment, this would be 0 na lahat. Diba? 0, then ito, 0 plus 0 times df, 0 na yung dalawa. And then negative 4.86 times 0, 0 lang din. So we can now stop the cycle at this point. So we can now calculate the end moments by summing up all of the column values from FEM. Ayan. So our end moments would be this one plus this one, magiging 0. Lahat ng yan. And then dito naman, we have minus 24.375, minus 12.825, then plus 15.1875. Then finally, we have minus 5.4675. So, minus 27.48 yung total. And then sa kabilang side, it must be of equal magnitude but opposite sign. So 60 minus 22.8 minus 9.72. Notice na the same lang. 27.48 pa rin. So I would repeat na this is your checking para sa same joint. Always na equal yung end moments but opposite yung signs. And then, for this side naman, we would have 60 minus 11.4 minus 4.86. So, total is 43.74. Ayan. So, ito yung end moments natin using the modified method. But we did not use the adjusted FEM values. Now, paano naman if gagamitan natin ng adjusted FEM values? Ano yung approach? Now, copy na lang natin yung same table. And then, let's try to resolve using adjusted values. So, ito yung mangyayari. Diba, ito yung FEM values natin. And so, yung gagawin natin is, since alam natin na hindi na tayo magke-carry over sa side na to, yan, then we can just compute the unbalanced moment for this side, which is negative 30.375 times, diba, negative of df. So, this would be positive 30.375. Now, what we can do is, we can automatically carry this over sa kabilang side. Diba, kung nag-carry over tayo, pa ganyan, and then, pa ganito. So, for this side, sa hinged end, pwede mo siyang i-carry over agad. So 30.375 divided by 2, we have 15.1875. Lagay mo na lang siya dyan, agad. Ayan. Now, ito yung next mong gagawin. Make a new table para sa adjusted FEM. New row pala. Adjusted FEM. Now, for the adjusted FEM, add mo lang to. Negative 30.375 plus 30.375, magiging 0 na yan. And then this one, since kinary over na natin siya agad, then we have to add both. And then ito, nasa fixed end yan. Fixed end yung C. Huwag mo tong pakialaman. Ito lang. So we have minus 24.375 plus 15.1875. This would be minus 9.1875. And then copy mo lang to, since hindi naman yan magbabago. So 60 saka 60. But in the case na naka-hinge yan, let's say hinged end yan, then you could also actually carry over sa side na to. Pag ganyan. Bale, let's say this is a hinged end. So you would have an unbalanced moment of negative 60, then carry it over, we have negative 30. Parang ganyan. And then this would be, ano na, positive 30. While this is 0. Theoretically lang hindi kasi yan yung example talaga natin. Sige, so we have our adjusted FEM, and then yung gagawin natin is dito na tayo magsa-start sa adjusted FEM. So we would have our unbalanced moment. So 0 times negative 1, we have 0. Then add natin yung dalawa, multiply by negative of the F. So minus 9.1875 plus 60, then times negative 0.36. We have minus 18.2925. And then for the other side, 0.64 naman. So minus 32.52. And then 60 times 0, 0 lang din. And so, pag mag-carry over ka na, notice na ito, magiging 0 yan. Then, since hindi ka na mag-carry over sa side na to, since na-balance na yung moment dyan, then this will also be 0. Then, carry over mo yan dyan, magiging 0 lang din. And the negative 32.52 divided by 2, carry over mo dyan, this is minus 16.26. So, parang ito lang. And then, sa next cycle mo, automatic na siya. Diba? Ito, magiging 0. Since 0 times 1 is 0. Then, yung moments natin sa same joint, 0 plus 0, multiply mo dyan, 0 na to lahat. And then, this 1 times 0, 0 lang din. So, notice na, isang cycle lang yung ginawa natin. And then, isang beses lang tayo nag-carry over. So, we can now add, but do not start here. Dito ka na sa adjusted FEM. So, dalawang values na lang yung i-add natin. So, we would have negative 9.1875 minus 18.2925. So, we would have negative 27.48. And then, sa kabila naman, 60 minus 32.52. So, 27.48. And then 60 minus 16.26. The same lang din yan kanina. 43.74. Ayan. So notice na ito talaga yung pinakamaikling solution. Ayan. So yung ginawa lang natin differently sa portion na to na merong adjusted FEM was we carried over agad kung ano yung unbalanced moment dito. So, in-add natin siya dyan, and then, meron na tayong adjusted FEM, tas yun na yung tin-rate natin para ma-solve yung end moments. Sige, so, Paano naman pag yung original method? Ilang cycles ba yung kakailanganin? Now, gagamitan ko na lang ng Excel. And then, let's use 5 decimal places. Now, para lang to makita nyo talaga kung bakit maganda yung meron kang adjusted FEM. So, di ba, we have DF and then FEM. And then, meron tayong 1. But for the original method, we don't multiply by 3/4 sa hinged end. So, ibig sabihin, yung DF pala natin magbabago. So, for the original method, yan, do not multiply by 3/4. So, this will just be I/4. So, copy na lang natin tong dalawa. And then, change natin. This is I/4. Saka ito rin. And also this one. So, let's try to solve now. We have 1/4 divided by 1/4 plus 1/3. Magiging 3/7. And then for the other one naman, this is now 1/3. So 4/7. So ito yung mga values natin. Punta tayo sa Excel. So 3/7. Wait lang. Control A pala. Then right click, format cells. Then number. Tapos 5 decimal places. Ayan. Input ko na lang ulit. This is 3/7. Then 4/7. Tapos yung DF naman sa point C, 0. So our FEM, kopyahin na lang natin. Minus 30.375 and then minus 24.375 60 saka 60 ulit. So unbalanced moment, then carryover moment. So for the unbalanced moment, multiply this by the negative of DF and then gawin mong fixed. So press F4 and then dito, since dalawang spans sa isang joint, so add mo yung dalawa. This one plus this one, then times negative of DF. So negative 0.42. Then gawin mong fixed. So same din sa kabilang side, but our DF is now nasa D1 na. And then ito naman, this value times negative of 0. So gawin natin fixed. Then carry over, divide this by 2. Then ito naman, divide by 2. Then this one divided by 2. And sa kabila rin, divide by 2. So, highlight mo na lang to. And then, let's try to check talaga kung saan siya magzi-zero. Yung unbalanced moment natin. Drag pa natin since meron pang excess dyan. So, dito, di ba? Naging 0 na lahat. And so, we can compute our end moments. And then, highlight mo lang to from FEM. Then, click on Auto Sum. This one. And then, drag it here. Ito na yung end moments natin. So, the same lang. Diba? 27.48, negative, positive, then positive 43.74. But notice na sa original method, masyadong marami yung cycles natin para mag-exact talaga yung lalabas. So kaya, yung modified method is recommended, but ito yung pinakamaganda talaga. Yung meron kang adjusted FEM. So try to apply it sa previous examples natin, and then try to see the changes sa calculations mo. So you can actually apply it here. Bale, itong unbalanced moment, i-add mo na siya dito right away. Pwede din yan. And then you can reduce the number of cycles. Sige, so since na-verify na talaga natin na ito yung end moments, then we can now solve the reactions of the beam. And then papakita ko rin kung paano siya i-model sa SWFEA 2D frame na application para ma-check nyo yung mga sagot nyo. So copy na lang natin ulit yung beam. So for span AB, we can compute the reactions. Now sa span A, our end moment for AB is 0. So wala tayong i-add na moment dyan. However, sa point B, meron tayong negative 27.48 counterclockwise. So meron tayong reaction dyan. Counterclockwise, 27.48. Ayan. And then we have a 12 kilonewton meter load. Ayan. 12 kNm. This is 1 meter and then 3 meters. So dito, meron tayong AY since nasa point A yan. And then notice sa point B, merong dalawang adjacent spans. So what we can solve here is, ano pa? BY left value of B, BY. Now we can take moments about point B. This is A, diba? And then this is B. Ayan. And then equate to 0. So this would be AY times 4 meters and then plus 12 since clockwise yan. Then minus 27.48. Again na, counterclockwise yung direction niya. Kaya negative. Then, equate to 0, we can solve AY. So, 4x plus 12 and then minus 27.48 equate to 0. So, we would have 3.87. Tapos, naka-kilonewtons. Ayan. Now, it would follow na if I will sum up forces vertical, then we have AY, then plus BY left would be equal to 0. Since wala namang downward loads. Moment yan, so wag mo na siyang i-add. Therefore, I hope na agree lang kayo na yung BY left natin would be negative AY. Diba? Kasi mapupunta na yan sa kabilang side. So, minus 3.87. Kilonewtons tapos minus, so this is acting downward pala. Meron pa tayong right value, so add natin yung dalawa and then yan na yung magiging reaction at B. So dito naman tayo sa span BC naman. Yan. So this would be BY right and then we have CY. And then yung magiging reaction at C, moment reaction, would be the end moment, which is 43.74. So 43.74 kilonewton meter. Positive, so clockwise. So lagyan din natin dito. Bale, ito yung MC. And then huwag kalimutan na meron pa tayong end moment sa B, which is 27.48. Now this is clockwise. So clockwise din yung direction niya. 27.48. Ayan. And so we can now calculate CY by taking moments about point B. So summation of moments about B, we have minus CY times 6, then plus 27.48, and then plus 43.74. Now set to 0, and then our CY is 43.74 plus 27.48 divided by 6. So 11.87 pala. Tapos naka-kilonewtons yan. Ayan. And so it would follow na by summing up forces along Y, parang the same lang yung mangyayari dyan. Our BYR would be acting downward since walang ibang loading dyan na vertical. So BY right would be equal to 11.87 kilonewtons but acting downward. And so yung BY natin, this would be parang this value plus this value. So downward yung dalawang forces, add mo na lang. Pwede rin natin lagyan ng sign na lang na minus to indicate downward direction. So minus 11.87 minus 3.87, this would be 15.71. So 15.71 kilonewtons downward. Yan yung reaction sa B. Ayan. So this would be AY upward. Then yung B is essentially acting downward. BY tapos meron tayong CY. So paano natin ma-check yung mga sagot natin? Let's try to open our application. So ito yung SWFEA 2D frame. And then add muna natin yung nodes. So for the first span, this is 4 meters. So ito yung origin, 0, 0. And then this is at 4 meters. Tapos 6 meters. So 4 plus 6, andito yan sa 10. Now add tayo ng frame elements. And then add natin yung support. So lagyan mo ng fixed support dito. Now, ito yung gagawin mo. Kung meron kang support settlement, di ba, yung support A natin saka support B nag-sync. So wag mong lagyan ng support yan. Yan yung approach natin sa checking. So gagawin na lang natin is apply natin yung AY saka BY as beam loads. And then lagay natin yung original loading. So dito ka, then add a moment here, applied at 1 meter from the left. So tama lang yan na 1. And then we have a clockwise moment, so click mo lang to. Kung saang side yung circle, yan yung magiging moment niya. So again, clockwise, then 12. Click on save. Now, gawin muna natin none. Ayan. And then AY is 3.87 upward. So add tayo ng nodal point load since sa node natin i-apply. And then this is acting upward. So use a negative sign. Kasi by default, yung positive signs naka-downward kasi yan sa application. So minus 3.87. Ayan. Then BY is acting downward, 15.71 yung value. So nodal point load, click on this node, then 15.71. Click on save since bakit positive? Again, downward yung default na direction. So 15.71. Teka lang Yung BY pala is 11.87 plus 3.87. This must be 15.74 pala. Palitan na lang natin. Yan. Ito. 15.74. So, change this one to 15.74. 11.84 kasi yung lumabas dyan. Dapat kasi 11.87. So, click on save. Yan. Tama na yung reactions natin. So, 43.74 sa side na to. Yan yung reaction niya. And the next, gagawin natin is we have to define the sections. Now, alam natin yung E. Diba, E is equal to 12, then I is 125 times 10 to the 7. So, gagawin natin, click on this icon, then click on member sections. So, add tayo ng parang yung EI lang. And then, our properties, yung Young's modulus natin ay 12. 12 GPa. And then our moment of inertia is, ano nga yan? Diba, 125 times 10 to the 7. So, 125, then 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Click on create. And then, add tayo ng bago naman. We have 2EI for this section. So, this would be 12 pa rin. But our moment of inertia is nakadoble na. So, 125 times 2, that would be 250. Then, the same amount of zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, click on create. And then, ito na yung sections natin. So, click mo lang to. And then, click on the beam icon. This is EI. And then, the other one is 2EI. Ayan. And then, next natin gagawin is to click on this icon para mapakita natin yung deflection. Tapos, dito ka sa scale para makita natin talaga yung numerical value. So, notice na ito na yung magiging elastic curve. So, this moved by 7 mm and then ito naman, nag-sink siya by 12 mm. Oh, so, the same lang. Tama lang yung reactions natin. Now, bakit yan naging downward yung reaction sa point na to? Para kasing pinipigilan na yung beam to resume to the original point. Baka magtaka kayo ba kung bakit downward yung reaction dyan? Yan essentially yung mangyayari. Sige, so I hope na meron kayong natutunan sa discussion na to, and then you can apply the adjusted FEM para sa previous examples natin. Once again, salamat sa pagkikinig.